police using spike strips in the Grant Marsh Bridge and a SWAT team extracting him using chemical agents. Farmers getting ready for planting season. New challenges this year. One of the adjustments, higher fertilizer costs. Some farmers have adjusted by booking fertilizer early. Drew Peterson of Washburn indicates he was able to book early at $520 a ton, but he's seeing prices in the area up to $835 per ton for those who waited. He said corn is one of his strongest crops, but he's also planting spring wheat, soybeans, fennel beans, and canola in order to diversify. Bank of North Dakota is set to introduce stablecoin to local banks in September. The move attracted interest by 10 local banks after state regulators approved the use of the technology this week. Implementation of the cryptocurrency expected to streamline instant money transfers and bank-to-bank transactions. The state-owned bank calling their currency Rough Rider Coin. It'll be available for use by North Dakota banks and credit unions. Bank of North Dakota CEO Don Morgan said the stablecoin will not be bought and sold like Bitcoin, will only be used as a payment mechanism in the state's banking system. Sanford Health pushing back against allegations of former Fargo oncologist. Court records show Dr. Saba Ganai filed a lawsuit in July 2024 accusing the health system of retaliation after she questioned the accuracy of a patient outcome data. Ganai said she was fired for raising patient safety concerns, and the data was flawed and improperly used. Sanford claims her termination was justified based on legitimate business reasons. Company also said Ganai is responsible for any damages she alleges. The case is moved to federal court. Pre-trial conference set for late April. The exit ramp on Interstate 94 westbound, exit 156 to go south on the expressway to Bismarck's Main Avenue. That exit 156 ramp closed from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. today. Make note of you'll need to take an alternate route. North Dakota Department of Transportation reminds you to slow it down. They'll have that narrowed down to one lane in that stretch as well today. And construction set to begin Monday on Interstate 94 between Minokan and Bismarck. The westbound lanes will be closed. They did the eastbound lanes last year. They're going to do the westbound lanes this year. Traffic will be head-to-head in the eastbound lanes for the duration of the project, set to go into the fall. Speed limit will be reduced, minimum delays. 14-foot width restriction will also be in place. KFYR Radio News Time, 8:09.
KFYR 550. Here's what's happening.
They need to end the shutdown.
Democrats want
changes to ICE and Border Patrol.
Republicans want
proof of citizenship and photo ID to vote.
Huge news from the International Olympic Committee.
So it's absolutely clear that it would not be fair for biological males to compete in the female category.
Iran's Navy chief is killed, while Trump says
They are begging to make a deal, not me. They're begging to make a deal.
check in often for the latest. The legendary voice of the Northern Plains. KFYR 550, 99.7, and iHeartRadio.
No one knows what the future holds, but you deserve a weather app that can help. WeatherBug is easy to use and provides forecasts for your every need, from storm warnings to pollen levels, right at your fingertips. Get the fastest local alerts and comprehensive 10-day forecasts wherever you are. Its hyper-local, real-time, customizable alerts make sure the weather never takes you by surprise, so you can plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store today and start getting accurate weather forecasts 24/7.
Looking for the best in flag football? iFlag is the Guinness World Record holder, hosting elite flag football tournaments nationwide for boys, girls, high school girls, and adults. Join the movement. Visit iflag.org today.
In 1 second, you're enjoying your first day off in forever. Then, mid-lunch, your phone buzzes. A window's been broken at home, and you're miles away. In 1 second, everything can change. That's why ADT offers security systems with 24/7 monitoring with tech that helps first responders prioritize your emergency. And with the ADT Plus app, you can stay informed and in control of your home from virtually wherever you are. When every second counts, count on ADT. Visit ADT.com to learn more.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Sunny, not as cold today, but the high of 43. Partly cloudy, cold tonight, the low down to 29. A very pleasant day for Saturday with a mix of clouds and sun. Much milder with the high jumping up to 62. Then a mix of sun and clouds Sunday, the high 57. cloudy skies Monday, milder again, the high 64. Then cooler again Tuesday with low clouds and breezy in the afternoon, the high dialed back to 49. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm meteorologist Jason Caterina.
8:11 Bismarck right now, partly cloudy, 15 with a northwest wind at 9. KFYR Radio, your news and weather authority.
I am the god of KFYR. Todd Mitchell.
Todd Mitchell.
Day KFYR was playing this one for sure. Seals and Crofts, the Crofts part of Seals and Crofts, passing away just a day and a half ago. 87 for Daryl George Crofts, who teamed up with Jim Seals and a whole bunch of good songs like Summer Breeze, Diamond Girl, Get Closer, and this one, Hummingbird. Jim Seals passed away, was that about 4 years ago? At age 79 as well. 8:13, Dakota Mornings, Michael Bell after 9, Clay and Buck after 11, then KFYR Cafe after 3, Daryl Lease and company, because I'm sure you'll have company with him. Guns in the 701, Clay. Next.
It's a new talk show just for the Dakotas. Dakota Mornings with Michael Bell. Weekdays from 9 till 11 on KFYR 550, 99.7, and iHeartRadio.
In 1 second, you're enjoying your first day off in forever. Then, mid-lunch, your phone buzzes. A window's been broken at home, and you're miles away. In 1 second, everything can change. That's why ADT offers security systems with 24/7 monitoring with tech that helps first responders prioritize your emergency. And with the ADT Plus app, you can stay informed and in control of your home from virtually wherever you are. When every second counts, count on ADT. Visit ADT.com to learn more.
Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
Looking for the best in flag football? iFlag is the Guinness World Record holder, hosting elite flag football tournaments nationwide for boys, girls, high school girls, and adults. Join the movement. Visit iflag.org today.
Sleep. Finally. If falling asleep feels like a battle or you wake up at 2 a.m. and can't get back to rest, Headspace can help. In fact, just 3 weeks of Headspace is proven to help you sleep better, so you can feel your best all day long. With sleep casts, guided wind downs, calming soundscapes, and quick tools you can use tonight, better sleep is closer than you think. Because better nights mean better days. Start building better sleep habits with a 60-day free trial. Visit headspace.com/iHeart60. That's headspace.com/iHeart60.
You ever wonder how far an EV can take you on one charge? Well, most people drive about 40 miles a day, which means you can do all daily stuff no problem. Go to work, grab the kids at school, get the groceries, and still have enough charge to visit your in-laws in the next county. But they don't need to know that. And the best part, you won't have to buy gas at all. The way forward is electric. Explore EVs that fit your life at electricforall.org.
Attention parents. Watch your child go from ABCs to confident readers in just 30 days with Hooked on Phonics. It only takes 15 minutes a day to unlock the most important life skill for their future, reading. We transform kids no matter their starting point with fun lessons, catchy songs, and guaranteed results. One grade level jump or your money back. Right now, get free access to Hooked on Math and Spelling apps plus your first month for just $1. Visit hookedonphonics.com today and unleash your child's reading potential.
Warning. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
We don't want to waste your time, so we won't. Views is vapor done right. Simple, sleek, stylish. Because when you find a vape that goes with everything, everything just clicks. Find Views at your local convenience store down the block.
Underage sale prohibited. Views as a vapor product. Website restricted to age 21 plus tobacco consumers. Copyright 2026 RJRVC.
The UPS Store is making packing and shipping Easter gifts quicker than ever this year with UPS Air. How quick? Quicker than a walk around the park. Quicker than eating all the Easter candies. Quicker than finding a golden egg that you know is stuffed with cash. When you ship UPS Air at the UPS Store, your items arrive on time or your money back. Guaranteed at no extra cost. Exclusively at the UPS Store U.S. retail locations. Send Easter joy on time at the UPS Store. Visit the upsstore.com/air guarantee for full details. Terms and conditions apply.
The next 30 seconds could save you hundreds on your car insurance. At The Hartford, we're passionate about your protection. If you're 50 or over, AARP Auto Insurance from The Hartford gives you benefits that really matter. And you could save $597 when you switch. How's that for a little peace of mind? Visit trusthartford.com today. The Hartford, your protection is our passion. The Hartford Insurance Group, Inc. pays royalty fees to AARP for the use of its intellectual property. AARP and its affiliates are not insurers. Savings vary.
Warning. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Hey, it's Velo Plus. Here to debunk the conspiracy, less is more. Total lie. Why? Because more is more with Velo Plus. More flavors, more strengths, more comfort. Discover the nicotine pouch with more at Velo.com. That's VELO.com.
Underage sale prohibited. Velo Plus is a synthetic nicotine pouch product. Website restricted to age 21 plus. Copyright 2025 MBI.
Dakota land where the skies are wide and the freedom stands, with a Bible in my hand and a prayer in my heart, living this life where the wild plays its part. Dust on my boots and my hat pulled low. Got my
818 KFYR 550 Guns of the 701. Clay Peterson, a little chilly this morning.
Yeah, about 11 above overnight here. So, yeah, that made it a little chilly. And luckily, I didn't have to have anybody tab.
It's March, man. You got to plan on this stuff in March.
Well, yeah. You know, we go from 72 degrees to, well, yesterday to 25 for a high down here.
I know. Like, enough of the 70-some-odd degree swings. Good grief. My sinuses can't take it. Ow.
I do got to make one quick announcement that the program, the main program, Guns and 701, is going to be switching to Tuesday nights, starting April 7th. So just so everybody knows, that's we'll give another next week. We'll go ahead and plug that again. We'll be on Wednesday next week, but we are going to Tuesday nights, and basically it alleviates a scheduling conflict that I have. And I don't think it's going to matter if I'm on Wednesday or Tuesday. So we're going to Tuesday.
This Guns in the 701 network is acting like a TV network. You know, you move things around and join us on our new night.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like you're doing it to excite everybody. And, you know, in the case of the TV networks, it's really more of a, we got to figure out something about this. Put it over on Tuesday night and see if anybody watches that night.
Yeah, I'll see if they find it. Make it there. No, it's like I said, I got involved with church youth group in the last month and a half, which I really enjoy going there and doing what we can and volunteering. So, but it's always during what the show night would be. And, you know, we'd switch to Thursdays so we could attend Lent services. So I thought, you know, we're just going to stay there and move it over to Tuesday, and I don't have that conflict anymore, and I can keep helping out with all them young kids. And it's amazing to see they got a welding program for the young kids early, and then they got a meal, and then, of course, they have a small service. And it's just great to see how many kids join.
How can you let those kids play with welders? My God.
Oh, no, learning a skill. Isn't that horrible? Yeah.
Next thing you know, they'll be bringing guns to school and cleaning them.
Good.
I know, right? Because that used to happen all the time. It used to be a big standard deal, no big deal.
Not just that. So when I was in high school, Todd, it literally was in my gun rack in my pickup. No one said a word. I had two 22s that I brought in that were my grandfather's, and I tore them down, and I refinished the stocks. We reblued them. That was my shop project, and nobody said a word. And you know where I stored them? In my locker.
You know, when I went to school, I know there's no way in the world you would have been able to bring it in the building. I think they had a policy against it being anywhere on campus, but I think if you had them in a gun rack at a pickup, I don't think anybody would have said a word. But
yeah, I mean, and I graduated in 93. I mean, I'm sure I dated myself now, but seriously, that is not that long ago.
You're a pup, just so you know.
How far this craziness went.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, most of us had a jackknife in our pockets, and what was the difference? There was no shootings, there was no stabbing, none of that stuff took place. It's not a gun problem.
Yeah, well, you didn't go to school in inner city Minneapolis like I did. Goofy crap happens there.
Well, yeah, that's very true.
Just
different people there too, and different probably morals and things that took place in the backgrounds. I can tell you, everything leads to the background of the bringing up, and it's just that simple. And of course, it doesn't help when you have the intentional destruction of a family unit. That is what has happened in the last 40, 50 years.
Oh, sure.
And look where it led. Boy, we went down a rabbit hole.
Imagine. Well, you know, when you chase a rabbit, you end up down the hole.
But we used to take our firearms to school because, especially starting in September, that dove season was open, and we were hitting the field after school. We couldn't wait for that bell, and off we went. And from there, it was grouse and partridge and we were hunters, and we did that.
Did the 70s women's lib movement change the salary structure? Because once upon a time, you only needed one wage earner, and you easily, paid the house payment, car payment, whatever. And now it's a society where you have to have two, or otherwise you can't make the payments. Is that because we put twice as many people out into the field, or what in the world happened?
Well, there's a lot of things that affected it. Yes, I guess in a simple answer, there's definitely been a difference there. But people got accustomed to living way above their means. They are. If you're living,
well, isn't that what the country's taught us? Look at the country.
Yeah, and I never went down that path. I didn't. I
Smart
never
man.
wanted to have debt, and I don't have any. I couldn't stand the fact knowing that I had to make payments to somebody, and they could hold that over me. And then not just that, there's interest on that, and interest rates, well, they have fluctuated. You look through the 70s, 80s, and they're quite high now at the banks, I think. I don't know. I don't do loans and things.
Nothing like having to spend $100 to pay for that $10 taco trip because you waited and paid it for.
Well, if you take say a $40,000 loan today, and with decent credit even, or good credit, you're gonna at 7.5%. I think that's right around where it's probably at. Maybe higher, maybe lower, but you're going to be paying an extra $7,000 to $9,000 depending on the amount of the loan and the duration. Wow. I mean, why don't you just save up and then buy it, and not have to pay that extra money?
Because I want it now. I want it right now.
It's the instant gratification culture today.
When I was in college, and this is even by today's standards kind of ridiculous, the Ford dealer, I don't think it's in existence anymore in Seattle, Cal Worthington Ford, he would have like lions in his commercial, be standing with a lion. And I'm like, come on, put your head in its mouth. I want to see this. But like they'd put that in the commercial. But you could buy a new Mustang with 84-month financing.
Wow.
And I was getting it down to the point where I could even afford the payment. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And it's going to be in a junkyard before you ever pay it off. So what are you doing?
That's just it. And I really don't know how, and you look at inflation has been part of that, and that's for a whole nother. You can't carry that much debt in the country, and you can't print money. Every time you do it, it causes your dollar in your pocket to devalue, right? Well, what's that done? Boom, inflation went up. It's come down, but it's still high, and then that puts the price of homes up. it basically spirals down and affects everything. And yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I'm where I'm at my age.
We thought about trading up in housing a few years ago. Well, not a year or two ago, I guess. But we're sitting at 2 5/8. You can't get that anymore.
No.
I'm like, why would I sell at that rate to go to, like, at the time 7?
Yeah.
Despite a credit rating around 800-ish. So
and it don't matter. You can have a high credit rating like that, and still there's not great rates out there for anybody.
Well, right. I mean, that was the whole point. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm well under 3. Why in the world would I be giving that up? So I'm sort of trapped in my own house, but that's fine.
Well, perpetual debt creates controlled societies. That's the plain and simple fact.
Have you thought about running for president? Because we haven't had a president been able to get that budget balanced in ages.
Remarks. Yeah, they think Trump makes outlandish remarks. Wouldn't I?
Yeah, let's do it. Wouldn't it be funny? Get a president that makes us go, yeah, Trump was so much more mild-mannered than this guy.
Mr. Peterson.
That's what I want to see.
What is your take on Iran? I'd eliminate them, and then we'd move on. Did you have speeding tickets? Did you have 19 speeding tickets one time? Yes, I did. Don't care. Next question.
At one time?
Oh yeah. There was a period where I had 19 moving violations. Lucky thing is,
wow! Look at you.
Like that, and I was in South Dakota, so different rules and laws down there as far as how it affects your license. I don't care. I still don't care about speed limits. I think they're an arbitrary number.
So what you're saying is you miss old school Montana when it was just, reasonable or whatever the heck they call it.
Oh, my goodness. I got passed and I was doing 85, 90. That's because I had a really low rear end in that vehicle. And I got passed by an HP. It was awesome. Yeah.
As long as they didn't have their lights on as they're approaching you, because that would have been like,
cruising by, the guy waved, and I waved back.
Those were the days. 828 at KFYR's Clay Peterson, guns of the 701, and we haven't even talked about guns yet. What the heck? What's going on in Illinois? Gun owner insurance? What is that about?
Oh, I went and looked up at this. My sister's the one that showed me this or sent something like this to me. So you have to have a FOID card out there, Firearms Owner Identification Card. That's what you need in Illinois. Well, of course, leave it to Illinois. And I went and looked how many gun bills they've got on their docket. Oh, my goodness. That is insane what's out there. They even have a House Gun Violence Prevention Committee. Now, that is a first. I haven't paid attention to Illinois politics. They have their own committee for communist actions, which is called the Gun Violence Prevention Committee. And I mean, the stuff in here is insane. Most of the people on that committee have introduced most of the bills that are sitting there right now. Now, there hasn't been much movement on this one, which is House Bill 43, but they want to force law-abiding gun owners to basically have to have a government-approved, not just any insurance, government-approved insurance to apply for or renew their FOID card. So you see what's going on there? Oh, hey, don't worry, everybody. This is a safety measure. We're just going to have you get this card, and you'll be able to buy ammunition and firearms. It's for your safety, and it's common sense. Oh, fast forward now to 2026. Now, to get your safety card, we're going to make you buy insurance. And they tried this, I think it was in 2023, 2024, somewhere in there. That insurance policy was going to be $100,000 minimum as far as reason for liability, so that if you get sued in cases, you should have read all this junk. Well, here they're trying to bring it again. But as we know, when you have a bill that forms a study committee, how's that go, General? And that's what they're doing. But I imagine it'll be worse. The last bill included all kinds of craziness, but the insurance aspect of it was the big part of that last bill. And, hey, you think everyone thinks this is crazy stuff. This could come home to us eventually. We've seen red flag laws introduced in North Dakota. We defeated them. But this stuff does come to home, especially when you have a changing population that's migrating out here from them crazy states to our Midwest states.
For a second, it started to sound like the Greek Council on Revenge of the Nerds, a blue ribbon committee.
Blue ribbon committee. 0.0.
8:31, KFYR's Clay Peterson. I'm Todd Mitchell. Guns in the 701. We got more coming.
It's Mitchell in the morning. KFYR 550.
Coming up on the Dakota Farm and Ranch Report presented by Proceed. Oftentimes, farmers, ranchers are caring for their land or livestock and putting their own health on the back burner. More details coming up on the Dakota Farm and Ranch Report.
Hello.
Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
Looking for the best in flag football? iFlag is the Guinness World Record holder, hosting elite flag football tournaments nationwide for boys, girls, high school girls, and adults. Join the movement. Visit iflag.org today.
KFYR.
Farmers and ranchers are known for putting in long hours and pushing through tough conditions, but that oftentimes means that they put their own health in the back seat. Kansas State University aging specialist, a simple yearly checkup can make all the difference. Quoting here, producers are great at caring for their land and livestock, but they sometimes forget to take care of themselves, she says. An annual exam helps catch concerns early. Preventative care is especially important in agriculture, where long days and the strain on the physical side are part of the job. Routine visits allow producers to track blood pressure, cholesterol, and other early warning signs. The CDC reports farmers face higher rates of heart disease, hypertension, and injuries than the general population. Martinez encourages producers to schedule appointments before the busy season ramps up. Staying ahead on health, she says, is an investment that keeps the whole operation running strong. The latest USDA milk production report shows the U.S. dairy industry charging into 2026 with remarkable momentum. February output hit 18.3 billion pounds nationwide. That's up nearly 3% from last year, with nearly 24 major dairy states climbing even higher at 3.1%. Analysts say the surge comes from a powerful combination: more cows and better efficiency. The national herd is expanded to 9.62 million head. That's 211,000 more than just a year ago. As producers retain animals and invest heavily into their facilities, milk per cow also ticked upward, reaching 1,899 pounds for the month. Regionally, the High Plains continue to dominate growth. Kansas led the nation with a stunning 28.7% jump in production, followed by strong gains in South Dakota and Texas. Meanwhile, states like New Mexico and Washington posted noticeable declines. With production rising fast, the industry now faces a familiar challenge: finding enough processing capacity to export demand to keep markets balanced. Montana State University researchers are launching a 3-year project to better understand one of agriculture's most costly viruses, and that is the highly pathogenic avian influenza, or HPAI. Backed by $1.9 million grant, microbiologist Emma Loveday and her team will study how bird flu infects cells in the chicken intestine. Loveday says learning how the virus grows and spreads at the cellular level will help shape future prevention strategies. The work comes as HPAI continues to impact poultry nationwide and has even been detected in dairy cattle in several states. Using MSU's advanced imaging labs and biosafety facilities, the team will develop organoids, miniature gut models, to observe how different tissues respond to infection. That is the latest on the Dakota Farm and Ranch Report, presented by Proceed. I'm Shannon Dean.
KFYR, your ag authority.
On December 12th, Disney Plus invites you to go behind the scenes with Taylor Swift in an exclusive 6-episode docuseries.
I wanted to give something to the fans that they didn't expect. The only thing left is to close the book.
The end of an era. And don't miss Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour, the final show, featuring for the first time the Tortured Poets Department. Streaming December 12th, only on Disney+.
Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
Looking for the best in flag football? iFlag is the Guinness World Record holder, hosting elite flag football tournaments nationwide for boys, girls, high school girls, and adults. Join the movement. Visit iflag.org today.
In 1 second, you're enjoying your first day off in forever. Then, mid-lunch, your phone buzzes. A window's been broken at home, and you're miles away. In 1 second, everything can change. That's why ADT offers security systems with 24/7 monitoring with tech that helps first responders prioritize your emergency. And with the ADT Plus app, you can stay informed and in control of your home from virtually wherever you are. When every second counts, count on ADT. Visit ADT.com to learn more.
Sleep, finally. Just 3 weeks of Headspace is proven to help you sleep better, so you can feel your best all day long. Fall asleep faster. Stay asleep longer. Start your 60-day free trial today. Go to headspace.com/iHeart60.
This Sports Spotlight is brought to you by Capital One Venture X Card, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports. Did you know that 2 new expansion teams will begin play this year in the National Women's Soccer League? The 2026 season will see the league expand from 14 to 16 teams, with Boston Legacy FC and Denver Summit FC kicking off their inaugural seasons in March. With Venture X, enjoy easy-to-use premium benefits like a $300 annual Capital One travel credit. Plus, you can earn unlimited double miles on every purchase. Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Monty Montgomery, the producer of Our American Stories. In our next episode, we'll share the story of the Black Medal of Honor recipient who bombed his own hideout to save the lives of his compatriots. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Sunny, not as cold today, but the high of 43. Partly cloudy, cold tonight, the low down to 29. A very pleasant day for Saturday with a mix of clouds and sun. Much milder with the high jumping up to 62. Then a mix of sun and clouds Sunday, the high 57. Cloudy skies Monday, milder again, the high 64. Then cooler again Tuesday with low clouds and breezy in the afternoon, the high dialed back to 49. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm meteorologist Jason Catarina.
8:38:11 in Bismarck at KFYR 550. Play and Guns in the 701. More coming up.
Whether you're a homeowner creating your dream space or a pro managing multiple projects, discover a new way to shop at Ferguson Home, where great ideas become stunning spaces. Visit FergusonHome.com to explore the best selection of bath, kitchen, and lighting products. Or book an appointment at one of our showrooms where you can experience products firsthand and get personalized expert support every step of the way. Bring your vision to Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. Shop top brands like LG or find your local showroom at FergusonHome.com.
Here's a quick podcast for all you true crime fans. The case of the missing Reese's. It was me at the store with my mouth. Motive? They're Reese's. What was I going to do? Stop myself? Tune in next time to see if I do it again. Spoiler, I will. Wow, that had everything. Reese's, suspense, Reese's.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Attention parents. Watch your child go from ABCs to confident readers in just 30 days with Hooked on Phonics. It only takes 15 minutes a day to unlock the most important life skill for their future, reading. We transform kids no matter their starting point with fun lessons, catchy songs, and guaranteed results. 1 grade level jump or your money back. Right now, get free access to Hooked on Math and Spelling apps plus your first month for just $1. Visit hookedonphonics.com today and unleash your child's reading potential.
Warning. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
We don't want to waste your time, so we won't. Views is vapor done right. Simple, sleek, stylish. Because when you find a vape that goes with everything, everything just clicks. Find Views at your local convenience store down the block.
Underage sale prohibited. Views as a vapor product. Website restricted to age 21 plus tobacco consumers. Copyright 2026 RJRVC.
The UPS store is making packing and shipping Easter gifts quicker than ever this year with UPS Air. How quick? Quicker than a walk around the park. Quicker than eating all the Easter candies. Quicker than finding a golden egg that you know is stuffed with cash. When you ship UPS Air at the UPS store, your items arrive on time or your money back. Guaranteed at no extra cost. Exclusively at the UPS store US retail locations. Send Easter joy on time at the UPS store. Visit the upsstore.com/air guarantee for full details. Terms and conditions apply.
Your favorite artists
In your library.
your favorite songs
In your playlist.
but your favorite morning show
Really funny. Or your favorite team in action.
or your live local news, traffic, and weather.
Implications from coast to coast.
Yep, there's an app for all that too.
iHeartRadio.
We're not just streaming music, we're streaming moments.
Everyone wants to be here.
Add us to your entertainment lineup now and download the #1 app for radio.
The free iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
If you want something done right, you do it yourself. That's why you change your own oil. You wouldn't trust your engine to just anybody. So go with the full synthetic motor oil you can trust. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum offers engine protection for the lifetime of your vehicle. So do it right with Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. Stock up now at Walmart. Pennzoil. Long may we drive. Limited lubrication warranty for lifetime engine protection. Other conditions apply, including enrollment and receipt requirements. See pennzoil.com/warranty for full details and terms.
KFYR at 842. Todd Mitchell, Clay Peterson Guns, and the 701. A new group is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Oh, God, what's going on?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I found this one, and of course, you know me, I have to go digging into it, but it's called Bridging the Divide on Firearms Policy. They're claiming that they're going to be dedicated to working and to reduce gun harms. I know they're changing terminology again. Gun violence didn't resonate with anybody, so now they're to reduce gun harms, which is while respecting the rights of responsible gun owners. Oh, doesn't that sound beautiful? The coalition of stakeholders they claim, and what they're planning to do is they put together this whole big, I guess, point-by-point deal that I kind of went through, and I just laugh at it. They've got prohibiting factors for firearms purchases, because people at the highest risk of committing violence, there's their term, and have a history of it, they're the ones that have the problems, and we need to make sure that we restrict and keep firearms out of the hands of violent criminals. I mean, these are the things they say. That's just another term for a red flag law. And if you go back through it, they want, extreme risk protection order. They have a whole subsection there about how they want to get a unique extreme risk protection order policy addressed across the country. And then they claim that they've got gun rights people on this 23-member board. Yeah, well, 5 of them are kind of squishy people who have held other positions in different kinds of
squishy.
I guess, yeah, squishy. Man, they sit on the fence.
Like they're overweight and you can squeeze them. No, I'm just kidding.
I wish that's all. 18 of them. 18 of them are diehard anti-Second Amendment members. It'd be Kelata Armstrong, Brady's End Family Fire Program. She was the manager of that before she come to this thing. You got another one called Laura Colleen. She was part of the Liberal Gun Club, that's what they called themselves, and she was supporting efforts towards figuring out the root cause of violence mitigation. Yeah, whatever that means. Marilyn Cobb, a community-driven gun safety reformer at both the state and the federal level, working with grassroots coalitions. I mean, they always use these terms. And it just goes on and on. You got people from Gun Violence Prevention. You've got people from the American Progress Group. the United, let's see, what is it? The Director of States United to Prevent Gun Violence. If you go look at this list, this is not a coalition of like-minded people trying to come to a median. No, this is just another way to say, we want your guns, but we're going to make it sound better while we take them. And
well, you got to dress it up a little bit, or nobody's going to go for it.
So then I dug farther. So that's their coalition, but their actual people who run it, every single one of them is from Tufts University School of Medicine. So I'd never heard of that before, right? Go find out that another, I mean, it just never ends. It's another university, and they're completely, what do you want to say? They have a whole place in their curriculum where it's dedicated to anti-Second Amendment stuff. That's just the easiest way to put it in there. And they've got people on there who are, senators and people like David Hogg that speak frequently and address these classes. They are not what they like to call themselves a nonpartisan organization from a nonpartisan university. Nothing is further from the truth when you really start looking into it. And then you go look at their funding, and I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole today, but just think of the who's who of anti-Second Amendment legislation supporters and groups. Yeah, that they're pretty much listed there. So if you see this group called Bridging the Divide on Firearms Policy, yeah, just throw them on the ash heap of history, because they're not friends of ours for sure.
Hey, Peterson Guns of the 701 here at KFYR 847. Ohio looking to lower age of concealed carry permits. I mean, yeah, because if we put you in the military, we can give you a gun, but you don't dare get trusted on the streets in Ohio. Wait a minute. You should be able to defend yourself.
Absolutely, and I've never understood this. Everybody says, because age, you're not mature enough. Well, I don't know. I've met a lot of 40-year-old people who aren't mature enough to, put two stones together.
I was going to say, I know people in their 50s that go, no, don't give him one.
Yeah, so, another arbitrary number. Let's just put it this way. They gave you the right to vote at 18. Now, let you be drafted in the military. They've classified you as an adult at 18 by law. Therefore, you should have that right. You should not have your Second Amendment rights infringed upon. Well, Ohio's trying to correct this, and this seems to be, the pathway that they're doing. And I understand that working on concealed carry permits and then reciprocity and finally constitutional carry, over the years, you take little baby steps. That's just unfortunately how it goes. So what their pathway is, just about in every state that's doing this. Wyoming's done it. Kentucky's doing it. Ohio, there's been a couple others where if you're 18 to 21 years of age, they want to make it so you can at least apply now for your concealed carry permit. And I guarantee you that's the pathway they figure they can get passed, and they're getting them passed. And eventually then they'll eliminate that requirement for 18 to 21-year-olds, which will be a good thing. And, you kind of watch it and read what's going on within it. The one guy is State Senator Al Catrona. He's from Canfield, Ohio. He says, we're fixing an issue that law-abiding citizens are experiencing. We have a lot of outdated policies, and we need to get them in sync with federal laws. Now, what that means is he's absolutely right. And that would kind of hinge on the Bruin decision. Bruin decision you have to have an historical intent to either ban or not ban. If it was in historical use, you're good to go, and that's what the Supreme Court said. There was tons of kids under 18, actually, and, of course, over 18, that were possessing and shooting firearms at the ratification of our Constitution. So I do like what they're doing in a lot of these states. They're finally getting on board and saying, hey, we have to recognize this. 18 to 21-year-olds can be treated as full adults, sent off to war, be drafted, be in court, take penalties like adults, sign contracts, buy property. You just name it. You're an adult at 18. Why on earth can't they exercise their Second Amendment right as well?
Good point. Good point. Clay Peterson, Guns of the 701-850. And finally, to wrap it up on a positive note, armed citizen engages gunman alongside police at a deadly VA clinic shooting. What happened?
I know. Well, and I seen this. I was like, this was a unique thing, right? You got an armed citizen who joined forces with the police officers that responded to the incident, and they all worked together to take out this guy. I mean, you don't see that very often.
No.
What happened at this, and it's too bad at the VA clinic, that Nicholas Cruz, he was working there. He's a social work case manager, and the guy that came in there, his name was Lawrence Charles Michaels. He was having mental issues. I couldn't find a lot. Of course, you're not going to find a lot of background on that if you start digging, but it sounds like he's had a history of run-ins with the police and with various figures of authority, but due to mental illness, but it wasn't, they didn't say what it was. Evidently something, flipped in his head, and it's actually bad that happens. He went in there, he started shooting, and he happened to hit Nicholas Cruz. They did try to help him. They got him they airlifted him into the hospital, but he actually passed away then that next day. So you have somebody's trying to help these people, and what happens? They come in and took him out, unfortunately. But so this guy, this Lawrence Charles Michaels, he comes out of the building, still armed, and from the report I could get on this, they're telling him, lay your gun. They gave him every opportunity to not end the way it did, but it didn't happen. And there's not a lot of information about the armed civilian, but it sounded like he was on site before the police officers got there, and he engaged with the cops. The way it sounded, it was kind of a intense moment there. Like I said, there's not a ton of information on this because it's an ongoing investigation, but I just like the fact that we have an armed civilian practicing his Second Amendment right to carry and to self-defense, and he assisted the police officers in taking down a guy that obviously was a threat. I'm not going to say he's a bad guy. He definitely had mental illness, and it's actually a tragedy, but at least nobody else got hurt. It's unfortunate for the guy that was trying to help, that was working there, but it's nice to see that ordinary citizens are actually welcomed and can work right alongside with officers to take out a really bad situation and end it. So, yeah, that's why I made that the Happy Ending Chronicle, because, I mean, more people could have been lost, and it would have been even worse. So kudos to all them guys for taking out this bad situation.
Breaking news, a professor from Gustavus, St. Peter, Minnesota, facing multiple charges after allegedly stealing more than $1,000 of ammo and gun parts from an Eden Prairie Shields. You're a professor, for crying out loud.
Oh,
the heck you doing? Right? Oh, wait. Maybe he had tenure.
So he can't be fired, right?
Yeah, I have tenure. I can steal all the... Apparently he was hiding gun parts and ammunition in his pocket. Security saw him. And
I mean, that's so stupid.
Well, I mean, it's Minnesota. I mean...
It's a good thing to know he was educating the future of our communities.
And Gustavus, I mean, it's not exactly, a run-of-the-mill school. I mean, it's somewhat high-end. I've been on that campus. I mean,
And Minnesota is on track. The only thing standing in the way right now is the Minnesota House in the legislature to stop an array of gun bills that are...
All you have to do is say, all it's going to take is a politician and whatever is going to happen is going to happen then, because, that's... So, well. Blake Peterson goes to the 701. Don't forget the new night, Tuesday night, starting...
April 7th, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central. Of course, you can hear us here every single Friday on KFYR. Thanks, Todd, for doing that and making us part of your program, because it benefits us, and I know a lot of people tune in from our area to listen in, and it also benefits you guys on Fridays, which is awesome to be part of the lineup. So we do appreciate that, and I think we're going on almost 3 years now.
Oh, my God. Time flies when you're having fun. Proud to be the flagship station of the Guns in the 701 radio network.
Absolutely.
Just inventing that on the fly.
We got Blackbeard Logic with Leon Francis, our buddy Leon, and I'm sure he's going to have a very riveting show, as always.
Always does.
5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central. And then Sunday, Sportsman's Devotion with Pastor Vance Bishop every single Sunday at 7 o'clock Mountain, 8 o'clock Central in the morning. And then 701 Marksman, David Feddick. He does a great job. He had his first episode. He's going to be doing that once a month, and he usually tries to do it there. It looks like he's going to kind of look at maybe that second week. He's a truck driver, so he's got a varying schedule. But you're going to want to tune in and listen to his show. It's very informative. So.
Still got to work the day job every now and then. So
every now and then.
All right. Talk to you next week, Clay. Take care. Have a great weekend.
Yep. Have a great